Alright, hello everybody, and this is Gary Supreme, and, I just went to Slander the other day, and I have to be honest, it really was not an enjoyable experience. And there are a few reasons for that. Now, there are a couple positive stories that came from this, and I'll save that for the back end because I do not want this entire thing to be negative. However, there's a big focus that I want to put this on. And the first one is that, okay, yeah, I dropped my wallet. Now, I had $230 in there and all my cards and everything. It would have been just as easy steal the money, steal the bank cards, steal the EBT, and then return it with all the medical cards intact. Because what good are my medical cards to you? What good is my COVID records to you? They are not good to you. You can't use my insurance. My name is on those cards. Now, for whoever stole this and thought they were going to have a Sunday fun day with my cards, they're already canceled. So, now I do want to say that I did not have any problem with the entertainment. Entertainers were great. Slander was great. I thought it was a great show. The show itself was fun. As I said, it was the people. Now, after I lost my wallet, I spent about half the concert going around the entire venue, I would say 2 or 3 times, looking for my wallet. Now, this is where things get very interesting. You see, what I want to say, and this does not apply to the entire generation, but I'd say a good 2/3 to 3/4 of people there were from Gen Z. Yeah, there were some people there that were millennials, Gen X, and maybe boomers, for all I know, for how old some of these people looked. But the majority of these people were Gen Z. Look, you want to steal my wallet with my money in it? You know what? That's fine. That's my fault for leaving cash in a wallet. Okay? Most people, at least back in the day, would have just stolen the money, stolen the cards, and left the ID cards, which is another headache I'm going to have to deal with the DMV. Thank you very much. And then giving it back with the ID cards and the medical shit in it, everything. And excuse my French there, but this has got me really hot because I have a lot of mountains to climb now. A lot. And this is all because someone chose to pick up my wallet and think and not have the morals, the decency, and the integrity to turn it back in. And look, if you look at my ID, you're not going to be able to go somewhere and use it as a fake ID to go have an after party and pick yourself up a 12-pack. Do you want to know why? My headrest is in that picture. You ain't in no wheelchair, son. So, I don't know what value that had to you. Now, basically, that's all I can really say about my wallet. Now, at the end of the night, the actual wallet was turned back into security, but it was completely empty. In fact, The first rave I ever went to, which was a base therapy, someone gave me a $2 bill. Now, for anyone that goes to a rave, you all know about two things. Those $2 bills are quote unquote lucky. Most people don't get those. Not to mention the fact that in today's society, they do not print those anymore. They are no longer in circulation. So they're worth a lot more than $2. So, thanks for that one too. To whomever stole my wallet. Now, the next thing I want to get to is the way a lot of people were dressed versus the way a lot of these people acted. So, at this point, I would like to invite someone up here who is a witness because he drove me to this rave, and that is my caretaker, Jason Coy. So, come on up here for a minute.
What about this, man? What am I supposed to say?
I'll just ask you the questions, and you just answer them.
Okay.
Okay, so we were driving in, and just describe how people were dressed, just to your recollection.
There's a lot of people, some people dressed normal, a lot of people dressed in Halloween costumes, a lot of girls running around with, like, basically lingerie outfits on, with everything hanging out.
And it was a full moon last night in more ways than one. Let's just put it that way. Now tell them about what happened with the phone call we got from my younger brother, and B, what happened at the gas station. Remember,
what about the phone call?
Remember the people racing down Gerber Road?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people got smashed last night and then decided to start street racing. Yeah, it's not responsible. And again, it is a sign that this generation that we currently have fostered does not have any morals or decency or integrity. Because if you had any friggin' intelligence, you'd know that doing that kind of thing on Power Inn Road is so dangerous. And look, as my friend Jason just said, these women were basically dressed in lingerie. And look, I wasn't trying to get kinky or freaky with anybody. I was just trying to dance with people. And every time I'd come up to a group of people to dance, they'd just move away. Like I was in their way. Like I didn't matter. Like they were looking through me and not at me. You know what, folks? Do you want to know why you don't see many disabled people out there ever at anything? It's that kind of attitude. That attitude. It sucks. And if this generation is fostering that kind of attitude, y'all have a lot of problems. And I do mean a lot of problems. You claim to be the culture about respect and peace, love and unity and respect. You claim that you want to be inclusive. Yet, look what you did to me last night. I had a miserable time at this thing. And the majority of people there were from your generation. Now, I do want to say a couple positive things that happened here. before I end this. So there were two people that came up to me. Both were black men. Now the first guy that came up to me said it was really awesome to see me here. I'm like, yeah, it's awesome to see you too, you know. And then he explained to me why. Apparently his brother, who had just been in a car crash, he was like his raver bro too, had been paralyzed from the waist down. And he was afraid that he was never going to be able to go to raves again. And then his friend who was there said that seeing me was an inspiration, and that he was going to take that and meeting me back to his brother. Look, if anything positive came out of last night, that's what it was. That is what it was. Because, look, if no one else was going to inspire me, then at least I could inspire other people. The other awesome thing that came out of last night is another man. He was a transfer student from Nigeria, of all places. College transfer student. And it's kind of funny, but the guy comes up to me and he's like, seeing you is very inspiring. In my country, we don't see many people like you in public. Now, I mean, that could have been taken a lot of people would have been very offended by something like that. But I understand the context in which what he was trying to say. That you don't see a lot of disabled people in public in Nigeria. But seeing me in public and being brave enough to go to something like that was inspiring. I didn't give him a hard time for it at all. I thanked him for it, and I said it was very inspiring to meet him. Because, look, context can sometimes be lost in a conversation. And, when you don't have thick skin, people can be very soft skin these days. Gen Z. But a lot of us who have thicker skin, are absolutely, can see through some of the maybe lost verbiage there and understand the point. And I thought that was very inspiring to hear that from that man too. So, my night last night was absolutely miserable. I mean, other than those two things, there was one more. And, I was trying to start to dance after I knew I'd lost my wallet and there was nothing I could do about it. And this lady started to dance with me, and then all of a sudden, I did not know she was there with someone else. The person she had come with started to get into an argument with her, and then she just disappears before I even get a chance to ask her name or say, hey, it was cool to dance with you. I mean, it was like, oh, you dance with him, but you won't dance with me, and all this other kind of bougie wah-wah crap, Like, this was, by far, the most miserable experience. And I think the biggest message that I want to put out there is this. Do you want to know why the disabled don't get seen much in public? Do you know why? It's because you have thieves, you have people that want to look through us and not at us, and you have people that just want to treat us like we don't exist. So, this experience for me could have been very positive. Instead, it was extremely negative. And I felt that if I didn't make a video about it and put something up about it, then, especially in the heat of the moment, the context of it would be lost. So, Scary Supreme, thank you for your time.